start us off. 5 cards in hand.
Okay.
Alright. I summon Performer Pal Skullcrabat Joker. And on normal summon, I'll activate its effect. Response?
Nothing.
In that case, I'm going to add an Odd Eyes, a Magician Pendulum, or a Performer Pal Pendulum monster to my deck. And add it to my hand. And I will add Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon. I'm not done searching yet. So at this moment, I will activate Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon's effect from my hand. I discard it and pay 500 of my life points to add a level 8 or lower dragon type pendulum monster from my deck and add to my hand. And I will add Supreme King Dragon Darkworm. Next, I'll play my quick play spell, Wings of Light. During the main phase, I can add Supreme King Dragon or Supreme King Gate pendulum monster from my deck to my hand. And at this moment, I will choose to add Supreme King Gate 0. Then I will activate Supreme King Gate 0. And next up, I'll activate Supreme King Dragon Lightworm. This moment, I'll use Supreme King Gate Magician's effect from my hand. I can send a Pendulum Dragon, a Xyz Dragon, Synchro Dragon, or a Fusion Dragon from my hand, or extra it to the graveyard in order to special summon it. So I will ditch Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon from my extra deck to the grave to special summon Supreme King Gate Magician. Now on Supreme King Gate Magician's special summon effect, I can add a card that mentions Supreme King Zark in its card text other than a spellcaster. Response?
Nothing yet.
Add this deck to my hand. Now then, next up, I'll use Supreme King Gate Magician and my Performer Pal Skullcrabat Joker to link summon. Beyond the Pendulum. Now beyond the Pendulum's link summon effect. I pay 1,200 of my life points, and from there I can add a Pendulum monster from my deck to my hand. Any response?
Nope.
In that case, I'm going to add Performer Pal Celestial Magician. Next up, I'm going to Pendulum Summon Supreme King Gate Magician from my extra deck. Then from my hand, I Pendulum Summon Performer Pal Celestial Magician. Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, and Supreme King Dragon Dark Worm. Dark Worm for Chainlink 1, and Perform Power Celestial Magician for Chainlink 2. During my main phase, if this card was normal or special summon, I can apply the following effects. And because there are only pendulum monsters on board, I can add a pendulum monster from my deck to my hand during the end phase. And now, for Dark Worm's summon effects, I can add Supreme King Gate monster from my deck and add it to my hand. Typical field issue. Next, I'll set one card face down. And now, during the end phase, before a Celestial Magician will kick in, I will add Astrograph Sorcerer. Card tap.
Okay. Cut.
Alright. Now it's your turn.
Okay. I draw. I'll set 2 back row.
Alright.
And I'll set a monster in defense mode. Pass turn.
At this moment, I will reveal my face down card, Soul of the Supreme Celestial King. With this, I contribute a spellcaster type pendulum monster whose original attack points are 2,500.
Okay.
And from there, I can fusion summon Supreme King Zart from my extra deck by banishing fusion materials mentioned on it from my hand, extra deck, field, and or graveyard. But its effects are negated unless at least one each of my Pendulum Dragon, Xyz Dragon, Synchro Dragon, and Fusion Dragon monsters are currently banished. And I can only activate this once per turn. Any response?
Yeah. 1. Dust Tornado.
It was during your end phase.
Oh,
I activated my trap card during your end phase.
No, I'm active. Oh.
And at this moment, I'm going to banish Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon from my field. I will banish Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon from my field. Then from my graveyard, I'm going to banish Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon.
Okay.
Now from my extra deck, I will banish Starving Venom Predator Power Fusion Dragon. Then Odd Eyes Rebellion Xyz Dragon.
Okay.
Banishing materials for cost and the summon do not happen at the same time. And from there, I will fusion summon Supreme King Zark. Now, its effect activates. If this card is special summoned, all cards my opponent controls are destroyed.
Okay. And does it say their effects are negated?
What, the cards that I destroyed?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Because at the end of your turn, you trigger my White Stone of Ancients effect.
It's during the end phase.
Yeah, that's what I said, at the end phase of your turn.
No, this was during your end phase.
So White Stone of Ancients effect would pop off.
Yes.
Okay, which allows me to add a Blue Eyes from deck to hand.
Actually, it will let you summon one to the field.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And which Blue Eyes was summoned?
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Okay. Let's just say you'll be in for a big surprise.
Cut or tap?
Tap. It means you don't have to shuffle your deck.
Okay.
I mean, it means you don't have to cut your deck when I say tap. So.
Okay.
Now it's my turn. I draw. At this moment, I am going to normal summon Supreme King Dragon Darkworm. And Darkworm's unsummon effect, I'm going to add another Supreme King Gate Magician. Now let's see. Now, color tap. Color tap.
Tap.
Alright. Now at this moment, I'm going to use Beyond the Pendulum and perform a Pal Celestial Magician to link summon. And I will take this time to link summon into Exceed the Pendulum. Now Exceed the Pendulum for Chain Link 1 and Supreme King Dragon Lightworm's Pendulum effect for Chain Link 2. If a monster is special summoned and I control Supreme King Zark and another Pendulum monster, I can special summon this card, then I can make the level and attribute of either this card and one Pendulum monster I control become the same level and attribute as the other. So I will special summon Lightworm from my Pendulum Zone, since I control Zark at the time, and make Lightworm a dark attribute and the same level as Darkworm. Then for Exceed's effect, if this card is linked summon, I can add a face-up Pendulum monster from my extra deck to my hand. So I'll be adding Joker. And at this moment, I'm going to use Lightworm and one of the Darkworms to synchro summon. Because Lightworm happens to be a tutor monster. Now I will synchro summon into Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. Now Supreme King Dragon Clearwing's effect. If this card is synchro summon, I can destroy all face-up monsters my opponent controls.
Okay.
Now I'll proceed to battle phase. Exceed the Pendulum will attack you directly. And Exceed the Pendulum gains 100 attack points for each Pendulum monster card on my field. So that will be 22 at the very least.
Okay.
Next, Supreme King Dragon Clearwing will attack you directly for 2,500. Next, Supreme King Zark will attack you directly for 4,000.
That's game.